4-6, not the Bulldog standard. I mentioned earlier in the day about the history of the football championship return, and Bowie State's playing in some of those championships here. Had some tough losses when we got to Virginia. Able to get 2, 3, 2, then one interrupted. So you've won a championship. You know what it feels like to carry that. You come in and you guys have been very competitive, but maybe a game away. Seems like every year somebody else is having a good season too. CIAA, what used to be the North, is very difficult. Where are we now with Bowie State football, and what do we have to do to come back to Durham for the championship game?
Bowie State football, man, like you said, we have a rich tradition. So we're excited of where we are right now and understanding it's a process to everything. Everybody think you walk into a situation and everything is going to be glitter and gold. However, there's still work that has to be done. And over these past few seasons, we've been doing that work. So, just understanding that it is a process and walking in our purpose to get to where we want to be. And at the end of the day, we start the season off, we know that the goal is to win a conference championship. All right, so we walk and we work towards that every day.
Third best offense in the CIAA last year. That continues a trend that Bowie State's had the last few years of putting points on the board. Back in the day, you might not have scored 29 points in 4 or 5 ball games, but the other team didn't either. Now it's kind of the opposite. You're giving up 22 but scoring 29. So offense continues to make some plays. You're the second best team rushing defense and 4th in total defense, and one of the top teams in the country. This is what we were telling the audience earlier today about the defensive side. You guys finished number 9 in the nation in defensive touchdowns. So that gets me to segue to you, Jordan. When you hear that, when you say, we're making turnovers, we're making plays, how much does that make you say, hey, we got to even play better this year than we did last year?
That just motivates the team, Obviously, we go by what the standard is, and we always try to live up to that standard. So with that being an accolade or thing that we're known for, we try to live up to it every game, every play, every breath.
Almost 50 tackles last year for a season. What did you do over the summer to get better?
Over the summer, I did a lot of film study, a lot of learning on my IQ, learning how to play the game of football a lot more, so that played a big part in knowing the plays that were coming my way, knowing how to attack the plays that were coming my way. Kind of knew what was happening before it happened.
Are you a corner or safety, or kind of split between both, or
corner, safety, linebacker?
I would be a linebacker. You want to make sure everybody knows you're coming, right?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm always coming.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, you hear him talk about coming on the defensive end. You did a great job on the offensive end. Some big plays, scoring 20 receptions, almost 300 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And where do you improve from a nice season last year to this season?
Yeah, good question. I just say improving my IQ, reading defenses more, being able to understand what's happening before it happens.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but just curious. What was it like transferring, and it's not unusual now for everybody transferring in conference. You started your career in Lincoln, if I'm not mistaken, and now you're at Bowie State. Those two schools are big rivals, So what was it like to then go and play against them? I think last year you had one of your better games, I know, 6 receptions, 102 yards, and a touchdown. So that's what that was about, right?
I would say it was definitely fun and competitive to play against the old team. I always wanted to compete against a team that, I came from. It was very fun.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Coach, we know about that Bulldog defense. Are there any people that we can look forward to watching other than Jordan that, are going to make hay and carry on that tradition of Bulldog defense?
Absolutely. The secondary might be, one of the strongest points as of right now on the defense. You're talking about we returning 3 of the 4 starters, with Jordan, Latrell Wimberly, and Jayon Venable, and then adding some pieces back there to assist with those guys. But you talk about, the success that they have had already. I'm excited about the DB room. Now understanding that D-line, that kind of gets everything going, So we added a few pieces there to assist with already some of the guys that we did have. So I'm excited about what the defense is going to be, going into the season.
Antoine, what are your strengths as a player?
I would say my IQ. I would say my explosiveness. And I would also say my speed and my strengths.
Do you have a favorite route?
All of them.
I
like to get the ball.
You just like to get the ball. Just get it to him.
Yes.
All right. Now, do you guys go against each other in practice?
Yes, very competitive.
So, what do you like to take away from them?
I like to take away, I like to try to take away speed. It's kind of hard, but at the line you gotta get your hands on them, things to throw them off, but it's very competitive.
How important is technique when you're lined up in man situations, and even zone for props? But how important is that to be able to say, okay, I've got as much speed, if not more, than you guys going against?
It's very important because that sets the tone for the rest of the route. When you're lined up right there, you gotta know what hand you're shooting, what foot you're stepping with first, and have an idea what the offense is trying to do so it puts you in the best position.
Schedule starts with, you start a little later. Start on the 6th of September, if I'm not mistaken, at Shippensburg. Then you've got the Dale State game. And you've had some success against Dale State, but then there's a new buzz up in Dover. But then, so that game is a rivalry. I mean, that's only, about an hour and a half away if it's that far from you.
Correct.
So you got them, Livingstone, Winston-Salem State, and then you've got the homecoming game is against Elizabeth City State. So how do you get your team ready for two different non-conference games? What's the mindset, those games, and then to get ready for conference play? You jump in here with Livingstone, which is going to be better, and then Winston-Salem State, and that's always been a good game against the school.
Well, with the two non-conference games, it's bigger than just Bowie State. It's about the CIAA. We try to find two good out-of-conference games, just so that way, in the conference, the CIAA has a rich brand of football, like you say, college football, black college football started within the conference. So we want to put the conference on display, but it also gives us opportunity to see, where we are as a program standpoint, and it also compares, for postseason play. Like we're thinking of where we are right here, right now, what we need to do to get better to push ourselves further on in the season.
Speed and brain. So I asked you, what's your major? What do you plan to do with this after graduation, Antoine?
My major is I'm a psychology major. And
so you getting them wide receivers, you getting them people's heads on the defensive side, huh?
I don't really talk much. I just play my game. People talk to me, but I don't really focus. I just focus on what I got to do, my job, my assignment.
But they don't know you're a psych major.
No.
So they talking and you just sit there just looking through them, looking around them, and just playing a mind game that way.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Jordan? Your major and everything?
I'm a computer technology major, so after college I would like to do software engineering, coding for major programs, major platforms like Amazon, Microsoft.
A lot of opportunity for that up in the DMV too. And
That's if I don't go pro.
if you don't go pro.
I'm going pro.
You go pro. Remember you.
I said it for a reason.
Remember this day, okay? Don't forget that now. Don't forget that. And listen, speaking of going pro, you've had some guys up there. When you see Coach still wearing a big bulldog chain in practice or in the game, and said,
Always.
huh?
Always.
When he pulls the chain out before the ball game, he used to hit you now. He could hit too.
Yeah.
When he pulls that chain out and he's wearing it, what did you think the first time he did that? And what did you guys think?
I just looked at him like, that's a nice chain. Hope I can around my neck one of these days, but hey, I mean, chain, I don't really. During game time, I'm not really focused on that.
But you gotta let people know. I mean, it's just not like a chain. It's not like Mr. T. Star said. It's a big chain, right?
Yeah.
Like a hubcap.
Yeah.
With the Bulldog logo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can tell that we friends here. He ain't gonna give us so much to you today. Tomorrow, different story. Today, he don't mind. Before I let you go, Coach, I'm gonna let you close it. Before, tell me, and you're from the area, you know it well, what makes Bowie State such a special school, and why do you enjoy being there?
I enjoy being there first because they gave me a chance after COVID to walk on up there, become an athlete. And then it's a lot of family. The DMV is known for supporting each other, so it's a lot of support. Everybody treats everybody like family. So when you talk about Bowie, it's more than just football. It's more than just school. It's a family. It's a place of love, commitment.
Yeah, but hey, Bowie! You know, right?
Yeah, I know.
And you're from Baltimore, Antoine, right?
Yes, sir.
So you get, you already know. You're from Wynn Park, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are local guys. Same thing. What makes Bowie State so special for you?
Yeah, I would just say the winning culture, but also I wanted to be around family. I wanted to be in Maryland, my state, to live my legacy. Like I wanted to be able to, you know,
Leave a mark.
leave a mark. Yes, sir. In my own state.
And does it feel good that you guys are close enough to family and friends can come and watch you play and help your career now?
Yeah, that's the best feeling about it. You know, everybody come, ask you to come see you or just come out and see you. Sometimes you get surprised. So definitely a great feeling being home.
On the cold days, that wind start blowing from that corner over there. That's that sight playing in the defensive back from that way. The wind blows away. That Coach, I'll let you go on this, but you know you've got as everyone here does in different ways a great school support staff with Dr. Dowdry and of course Dr. Rowe and then the Bowie fan base, which you mentioned. Just give the people at home and the Bowie State fans what we can look forward to seeing this year out of Bowie State. Nobody guaranteed wins. I know you want to win, but the program is, is in good hands.
Absolutely. Man, once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. And I think everybody understands that. Like Jordan mentioned, man, it's a family environment. You know, like I say, for myself, being a Bowie State Bulldog, back in the day, I'm still able to run into people who taught me or even was giving me lunch when I was in school, man. So just that family environment, man. Bowie State football, like I said, we're back, man. Rankings and things like that happens. However, I'm sitting here today and saying, we're gonna get that Bowie State tradition, that Bowie State brand back to 14,000 Jericho Park Road. So I'm excited about where we are right here now as a program, and looking forward to putting it on display.
One name I forgot to mention, and I have to do this, Michael Robinson, preseason all-conference player. Just a quick little thumbnail about his success on and off the field.
What a lot of people don't know, Michael Robinson was a walk-on. He was a guy we added late in camp when he first started. Michael, similar to Antoine, both of those guys reached out to me, and all they asked for was an opportunity, and I provided that opportunity. And both of those guys took advantage of the opportunity. That's why they're having the success that they're having right here today. So we're looking to have those type of guys in our program that's taking advantage of every opportunity they get, and it's coming to light. So I'm not surprised that he had the success that he had, and he's going to continue to have that success because he's a hard worker. He does his part.
These guys are too. I appreciate your time, gentlemen. Thank you very much. You're playing suck games on me right now. You're looking at me. You trying to mind tricks on me? No. Bulldog mind tricks out there. I appreciate you guys. Jordan Williams, Antoine Banks, and the head Bulldog himself, Mr. Kyle Jackson. Bowie State University. Guys, we'd love to thank you so very much.
Thanks for having me.
Next up.